What's going on, guys? Kevin Brow from the KO Podcast. Today we have Daniel Alvarez here with us. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey. All right, we're going to talk about the Miami Marlins since we have a lot of Marlin fans here. So we're going to start with the first one. How do you see the team this year, and what do you think we could expect from them?
Well, it's a shame that we're just gonna have maybe a shortened season with 82 games, 82 games. I don't know how many we're gonna play, but it's a shame because the Marlins. This is a crucial year for them, knowing that they have so much talent in the big leagues and also in the minors, knocking the door in Double A, Triple A, and it was going to be a fun challenge for some of the players that are on the big league club with especially the young talent, right?
Yeah.
And especially knowing the depth that they have in the outfield on the pitching staff. So hopefully we get to see a lot of playing time for them. I think that if the season starts with the plan, of having 30 or maybe more players in the roster, that could give them a chance to allow those young players to participate. I'm thinking about guys maybe like Lewin Diaz and Monte Harrison. I don't know, maybe looking for more pitching if they're gonna give the opportunity to guys like Edward Cabrera, maybe Trevor Rogers, an igniter. I mean, the Marlins, they're very talented on their farm system. That's something that this new regime has been working on so hard, to have this type of talent to fight for the division in the near term future. So yeah, hopefully we can see as much baseball as possible, and we can see this amount of talent in the big league club or maybe knocking the door, because where the Marlins stand right now, in this process of building instead of rebuilding, because they don't like the word of rebuild.
Yeah.
They can build right now, with these players. I think they're going to be doing very good, maybe in a year or two, maybe three. That's why I say it's a shame, because we're just going to have half of the season to see their real talent and also the fight for a spot on the roster. So 82 games is going to be crucial for them, and 2021 also is going to be very important.
Yeah, I really like the team this year. They brought in a lot of talent like Corey Dickerson, Brendan Kinsler, and a lot more guys. And the minor leagues, the farm system's looking really, really good. Okay, so our second topic is gonna be, what do you think how do you think the Marlins have improved in the farm system this year, and throughout the rebuild? Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, just how do you think they've improved? What they've added? Do you think that will pay off in the future for the team? Pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, like on paper, they look very good. I think that they still have a lot of work to do.
Yes.
But what I see is something that we've never we almost. I mean, we never saw in the last couple of years of the Lore regime. Of course, they had prospects like Jose and Giancarlo and Marcel, and also JT and Yelich. But right after that, once they were up in the big leagues, they had nobody in the farm system. And they brought up guys like maybe Justin Nicolino, for example. We'll remember that lefty. I mean, we thought that he was, a big thing for them. We know what happened with the Chris Paddock trade. But we were waiting for Josh Naylor. We've been waiting for a lot of guys that right now they are not in the team, or they're not doing good. I don't remember the Tyler Kolek. Remember the second overall pick in the 2014 draft.
Yeah.
I mean, they were expecting a lot from him, and we've got nothing out of Tyler Kolek, no. So I think they improve a lot, especially pitching wise. They have a lot of talent with Sixto, with Edward, with Braxton Garrett, with Trevor Rogers, with Jordan Holloway, with Nick Neidert. Right now, you can see young guys like Sandy, who's I don't think he's a proven ace, but he's on his way to be an ace
Yeah,
in the big
100%.
leagues. Pablo Lopez is a great pitcher. Jordan Yamamoto is a very good pitcher. So I think the Marlins are doing very good. And then you have guys like Lewin Diaz, who won the Rookie of the Year in the Dominican Republic, Jesus Sanchez, Monty Harrison. So I think that right now the Marlins they have a lot of talent, and once this guy hit the big league club, they're gonna be doing. Hopefully they're gonna be doing good. And right now I think maybe 20 or more teams want to be in the position that the Marlins are right now. Uh, with the young talent on the farm system.
Yeah, from the start of the rebuild until now, it's really improved a lot. They brought in Jazz Chisholm, Nick Nieder, like you said, and a lot more players that could really show that they could play in the MLB this year, and that it could even be coming after other players' spots on this team. So we're gonna move on to our third topic. How will the veteran and young players' relationship affect the team in the long term?
I think it's really good. It's really good. I mean, when I go into the clubhouse and I see the guys in the clubhouse, in the dugout, on the field, the relationship that they have with guys like Miguel Rojas or Francisco Cervelli. Um, I mean, he's not it's a guy that is going to be on his fourth year in the big leagues. But Brian Anderson, I think we can call him a veteran because of how mature he is.
Mhm.
Now Corey Dickerson, the Marlins, they have a lot of players that have been around the league for a while, and just the relationship that they have, uh, and you can see it. I mean,
Yeah.
they respect for example, in Rojas or the veteran guys, they respect any young player, even if it has one day in the big leagues or if he's a minor leaguer or like I say with Anderson, he's been playing for 3 or 4 years. That doesn't matter. I mean, they're all equal, and the way they respect each other, and the way, I mean, I've seen Cervelli teaching guys, especially the catchers, in a way that, I mean, I've never seen that in maybe the last 2 to 3 years. Maybe I'm wrong, because I'm not saying that JT Realmuto wasn't a leader. He wasn't. He is a great leader. Or a guy like Brian Holiday or AJ Ellis 3 years ago, you remember. So
Yes. Yes.
I think that right now what I'm seeing from guys like Servi, of course, Miggy is a leader. I think he's the guy carrying the torch right now. That of course Martin
Yeah.
Prado gave to him. So it's something that I enjoy a lot, because they're doing a great job with that. And also when you ask to guys like Miggy or Servi, they say, you know what, I'm doing this because I had guys like Martin Prado, or Cervelli had guys like Jorge Posada, Derek Jeter, Andy Pettit, Mariano Rivera, So they have that old knowledge from those guys, and they're giving that to the young players right now. And I think that's gonna be very positive for the young players. And when we see the big picture, whenever the Marlins become a successful team, winning pennants or division pennants, World Series, whatever it is, we have to talk about the Cameron Maidens, the Starling Castros, the Martin Prados, the Miguel Rojas, the Sergio Romos. I mean, because they played a huge role in the preparation of these guys,
Mhm.
and that's something that we don't see. When they carry the trophy, that's something that usually you don't see, but it's so important for them, and how much they learn from those players. So I think it's going to be a very positive impact on those players.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is something they needed. They needed more veterans on this team to come and mentor the young guys, especially the ones in the minors, the ones that are coming up. So yeah, I completely agree with you. Now we're gonna move on to our last topic, which is your thoughts on the MLPA and the negotiations that are going on lately.
Well, it's tough. It's complicated because um, you can have different point of views. The player side, also the league and the owner side, with the payments and everything. But I think it's very important to know that it's always hard to talk about it when you're not in that position.
Yeah.
I'm not a player, and I can't. I mean, of course, I've been, affected because of this, on my salary, with my job. But I know that my job is not the same job that they have,
Yeah, of course.
and I cannot ask to a player, hey, you know what, you have to accept, you know, to reduce your salary just because I'm doing that too. It's I think it's not fair to do it. I think it's not the right way to do it as well. I also understand the point of the players and of the league and the owners. So it's always going to be tricky, and I really hope that they can have fluid negotiations. They can get to a point together, because if there's no baseball because there was not an agreement, it's really bad for the game. It's going to look really bad for the game because, I mean, you cannot blame the pandemic, the virus,
Yeah.
because of this, because we had maybe all the health measures and everything, the security measures to play. And how are you going to explain, like, hey, in 2020 we didn't play, not because of the virus, we didn't play because we couldn't get to an agreement in our payment. That's not good for the game. So I hope that they can do it quickly, as soon as possible. And of course, I hope that whenever it's safe to play again, we can do it.
Yeah, of course, there's a ton of point of views, and not all people are in the same position that are during these negotiations. From keeping the
Exactly.
players safe and their contracts and the travel, we'll just have to see how everything goes. We're
Yeah.
gonna end it here, Daniel. Thank you for being here, of course. So we're gonna end here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. See you guys all in the next one.
Thank you again.